4.3, solving a system of equations with addition, and which is also called elimination. What we're going to do is we are going to add, and in the process we will eliminate one of the variables. This method and the method that we learned in the last section about with substitution, this is what you'll use more often than you will the graphing, just because it's more precise. It's so easy, as we saw with my graphing. Hopefully you did a little bit better on paper than I could on this screen, but it's still, you can be off just a tiny bit and get the wrong answer. What we're going to do here is we want to take and add these two equations. So I'm just going to go down and add. So negative 2 plus a negative 2 will give me negative 4x, and a negative 1 plus a 1, that cancels, it eliminates in the process of adding. And so some people call it addition, some call it elimination. I'm letting you know we can be both. 12, 2 plus 10 will give us 12, and then I've eliminated my other variable, and I can finish this. I'm going to divide and divide by that, well, negative 4, so that x is going to be negative 3. Then what we want to do here is we want to be consistent. So we're going to use the top equation for finding the second letter. And we're going to use the bottom equation to do the checking of our solution. And we want to be consistent. We can't use the same equation for both. Whatever we used to find the second letter, if we used it also to check it, it would say we were right all the time. So we are going to now find y. So we're going to use substitution with our x. Negative 2 times x minus y equals 2. Take and put the negative 3 here. Minus the 6, divide by negative 1. And so we've got x equals negative 3 and y equals 4. And then let's check that. So in the other equation, so negative 2 times x plus y equals 10. X is negative 3 and y is 4. That's 6 plus 4. 10 does equal 10. So then we know that we've gotten it correct. Okay. We won't always have two letters that will automatically cancel out, so we will have to manipulate one or maybe both of the equations. Here, what you need opposite signs and the same coefficient number. You know, negative 2 and 2, when we add those together, that's what gives us 0. So here, if I had a positive 2y, then that would cancel. So I'm going to manipulate this equation by multiplying it times 2, so I'll end up with a positive 2. So I'll have negative 6x plus 2y equals negative 16. The other equation gets rewritten. Now I will take and do the adding. That cancels. Negative 6 and negative 4 give me a minus 10. Here the signs are different, so I subtract and take the sign of the larger number. Now I'm ready to divide by negative 10. And x is going to equal 1. Use the top equation, going back to the original, to plug in my 1. Plus 3 plus 3. So I've got a negative 5, and then I want to check that. So negative 4 times x equal minus 2 times y equals 6. Take and plug in 1 and a minus 5. Gives us a negative 4 plus 10, that's 6. And those do equal. Okay. I recommend that you take that extra little step to check this so that you won't make the mistake on the test and come up with a wrong answer because of a negative sign or something. So do check it. Okay, we may have to manipulate both equations. So let's look at a situation like that now. Alright, so here we have another system of equations. When I look at the x's, I can't just multiply times 1 or the y's. Nothing times 3 will give me a 5 or times 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manipulate both equations. On the top, I'm going to multiply by 3. I've got a negative, so a negative 5 times 3 would give me a negative 15. And if I multiply the bottom times 5, then that would give me a positive 15 here in the x position, and they would cancel. So that's why I'm choosing those numbers. So let me rewrite this. I'm going to do the multiplying. I'll have negative 15x minus 15y equals, and then 65 times 3, 15, 18, 195, 5 times 3x, 5 times 2y, 5 times a negative 31, and here are my new equations. Now I can take these and add them. That cancels out, becomes 0. This will be minus 5y equals a positive 40. Divide by the minus 5. Get negative 8 for the y. Then I want to find the others, so I'm going to go back to the original equation to find the other letter, to find the x. So negative 5x minus 5y equals 65, saying y equals negative 8. Minus 40, minus 40, divide by negative 5. So now we want to check it. Three times x is negative 5 plus 2 times y. Y is negative 8. It's negative 15 minus 16. That's negative 31. That's what we have over here. Alright, so it works out. Okay, remember also, it's possible to have a no solution or infinite number. So just possible. Keep that in mind. If this is a false statement, you know, false. If this is a true statement, such as 0 equals 0 or 5 equals 5, but 5 equals 7 is a false statement. Alright, good luck with that. That is 4.3. Our next and last section before our test will be 4.5, and we're going to be looking at word problems. So you're going to need to print the handout for this 4.5 worksheet. Okay, good luck.